wherever you keep your notes. We need to have a brief conversation about how things are going to shift just a little bit. So I came to the conclusion after reviewing homeworks and the last grammar practice that we did that I'm at fault of something, and I needed to address that with you. I move quickly because I'm used to teaching multiple classes in lots of different subject areas. And what I came to conclude was that perhaps the information that I've been communicating with you hasn't come across as clearly as it needs to. And I want to assist you to become better writers, but I think in order to do that, we really have to break down the basics right now and come to an understanding of some of the terms that I've been using in class and some of the material I've been sharing, because I realize that a lot of you don't really know some of the grammatical terms or the grammar structures or the things like that that you're probably already using as writers, but you're probably not familiar with in terms and terminology as far as the words themselves, okay? So I kind of want to back up and slow down just a little bit, and I want to get some basic practice in before we move to the writing again. I'm going to collect your guys' journals today, and I want to see what you've been doing as far as your own work. Responding to our journal assignments. But I'm not going to have you journal right away. I'm actually going to have you redo one of the assignments you did yesterday, and we're going to work on it together. Monday. Sorry, Monday. I lost the day somewhere. And try to come to a conclusion. So, when it comes to note-taking, when you see something on the board, it needs to go in your notes, I tell you. So this is one of those times, all right? So we're going to start out a little bit more fresh. And we're going to start out with, who can refresh my memory as to how we define what is a part of speech, literally. What is a part of speech?
Nouns.
Noun is an example. I want to know what the definition of parts of speech are. Tell me that.
Sentences.
Not necessarily sentences, that's okay.
Words.
There you go. Break it down even more. So a part of speech is literally a word, right? So parts of speech, literally. Well, I don't even like that word so I'm just going to say words. We're going to write words, okay? So parts of speech are words, which essentially are what? You said it already. It's a part of a
sentence.
Good. Let me ask you the question, why we need to know parts of speech.
So we can do good in that lab over there.
So you can do well in the lab, that's true. Yes, very true. More so because they help us to express what? What do we express? When we communicate, what are we expressing? Our thoughts and our emotions, exactly. So why do we study grammar? So studying words allows us to communicate thoughts and emotions. Now, this is all great and fine. Many of us have written down our thoughts and emotions, right? We've used the word I, right? We've expressed our personal feelings about things. Those are our thoughts and emotions. And I asked you to do that as we started the class this last couple of weeks, right? We've done our journal exercises, and you guys have expressed your thoughts. So that's why we have to study the parts of speech. It's not just about allowing us to communicate, it's helping us to communicate clearly. Okay? So studying words allows us to communicate thoughts and emotions, and it also allows us clarity. Okay? Allows us clarity. Our ability to express our own emotions and thoughts clearly to another purpose. To another person. So, here's my reasoning. Now, if those are the reasons for you personally, what's the reason to study this from a college standpoint? What is the study of parts of speech going to do to help my college experience as a student? What do you think? Kendra?
So I could be more creative.
Okay, creativity is definitely one of the possibilities, but I want a little more specifics in relationship to college material, because being creative and the study of certain work in college requires less creativity and more of something else.
It's to gather the most effect.
The most effect, so to get a response?
To gather facts.
Oh, to gather facts.
Yes.
Nice, yeah. Okay, so it allows us clarity, but in college, studying a part of speech allows us to communicate what? You just said it. Facts. Right? So, are those our ideas or are those the ideas of someone else? Someone else, right? Okay. So, can we mix these two things? Communicating facts and giving our own personal opinions?
Yeah.
We can, right? We call that an argument. Somebody makes a statement and then you support it with facts, right? You've heard about this before, I'm sure, correct? Yeah, I'm sure. Anybody have siblings?
Yeah.
Has sisters and brothers? Okay, if you're going to have an argument with your sister and brother, you better have all the facts, huh? Right? Okay. So these parts of speech are the words that we have to study, okay? We do this again because it's part of a sentence. Now, a sentence is the basic unit of all writing. Okay? Basic unit of all writing, right? So, when we go to write something, whether it be personal or it be about college material, we use sentences, right? A basic or simple sentence, and just because I say the word basic, it doesn't mean that it's like not an intelligent thing. It's not something that's intellectually stimulating or collegiate. It's just the foundational element of what you're building, so that in the long run, you'll have much more complex sentences and more complex communication. Okay? So, a basic sentence is created using a noun and a verb. Okay? A noun and a verb. A noun and a verb. Now, remember we were talking up here about parts of speech, right? Nouns and verbs are what?
Parts of speech.
Parts of speech, exactly. Because these are the words that make up a sentence, right? And remember we learned up here that a part of speech is a part of a sentence. So if we have a noun and a verb, then we have parts of speech that make up a sentence. Correct? Okay. Now, we talked about subjects. Remember that? Okay? We're going to get there in a minute. Hold on. A basic sentence, or a sentence, is a group of words that expresses or communicates a complete thought So a sentence is a group of words that expresses or communicates a complete thought about something or someone. And again, I just want to reiterate, I read through some of the things that you guys did in the grammar review, and for those of you that came in late, and I realized that many of you may, and those of you that weren't here in class, maybe struggle with this, and so I want to redo it together so that you really do understand it. I don't want to just breeze over it. Okay, so we're slowing it down a little bit. A sentence is a group of words that expresses or communicates a complete thought about something or someone. Now remember, look, let's go back up here again. Notice that there's some words here, that this right here, we're using words here, and we're using words in our definition of parts of speech. And look, I did actually connect these two things. The parts of speech are words that are part of a sentence. They are a group of words. A sentence is a group of words or parts of speech. See how those two things are similar? They're parallel? Yeah? Okay, good. Now, remember I said that a sentence contains a noun and a verb? Yeah? Well, if you're going to express a thought about something, your statement has to have a subject, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The subject of your argument with your sibling or your sister might be who gets to stay out later. Or who, at one point, for those of us who are in the room who remember phones that actually had cords, who gets to use the phone with the cord for the longest at night? Or whose TV program, who gets to watch a certain TV program, right? Okay. And that's the subject of the discussion. So, a sentence, I'm running out of room here, so I'm hoping you guys have some room in your notes so I can move on. I'm going to give you a minute to make sure this is all in your notes. A sentence contains a subject and a verb. Okay, a subject and a verb. Hold on a second. I already said a basic sentence is created using a noun and a verb. So if a sentence contains a subject and a verb, then what two things are connected here? What two things are connected here?
Parts of speech?
Nope, think about it. Yes, they are. You're right, I'm sorry. But a sentence is created using a noun and a verb, and a sentence contains a subject and a verb. So, which two things are the same?
The verb. The verb.
Mm-hmm. So if the verb and the verb are the same, that means the subject and a noun?
The same.
The same, exactly, good. So now, subject and noun, same, we're going to put these things parallel to each other, the same thing, okay, for now. And notice a sentence has a verb, and a sentence up here has a verb. So we have the same definition of a sentence, right? It has a noun and a verb, it has a subject and a verb. Okay, subject and a noun for now are the same thing. I don't want to confuse you, so we're going to start with the basics. Okay, once you have the notes down, I want you all to look up here at me so I can see that you are done writing, and then I can move on and use some more of the board.
Mr. Hooper,
Yes, sir.
where does the object fit into all this as
We're
well?
going to
We're
do that.
getting
Right.
into that.
We're going to do that right now. Okay, a couple people are still writing their notes. That's fine. Take your time. But I got to erase some of the top, though. So now we know our purpose. We know why we're going to learn these parts of speech, because they help us to communicate more effectively. Because if you know the words you're using that have meaning, you'll understand what it is you're writing, and people will be able to understand what you're writing, correct? That's the formula, isn't it? Okay. So if a subject, I'm going to just leave this up here right now for just a minute so that anybody who's still trying to catch up on the notes can do so, all right? A subject is usually a noun, okay? It's usually a noun. Notice the word usually. Not all the time, but usually. A noun, our first part of speech, it is a part of speech. Right? Remember, everything that we write is a part of speech, if you really think about the definition. Anything that you write down is a part of speech. So a noun, a part of speech, okay, is a person, place, or thing. Good. So, a noun is a person, place, or thing. The subject, which is also usually a noun, remember we connected those two things, right? They parallel each other. Okay? The subject is a who or what word. Is a who or what word. Okay? A who or a what word. So that means they are words that answer the question who or what. Okay? That's what a subject does. And it tells you so it is a subject is a who or what word that tells you who or what does something. The subject is a who or what word that tells you who or what does something or exists in a certain way. Okay, so we're going to do a little practice of this in just a second here. I have a couple more things to say. The subject can be simple or complete. Two words, simple or complete. Okay, we're just going to focus on this right now. A simple subject is only the noun or pronoun. Oh, a new term. Okay, only the noun or pronoun. What do I have here? Well, I know that a noun, go back up to our definition of noun. A noun is a what?
Person, place, or thing.
Person, place, thing. It's also a part of speech. Good. And my subject is a noun usually, right? But down here I'm saying that it can be something else. Okay? If the subject, now look at the definition, okay? If the subject is a who or what word that tells you who or what does something, right? And that's a noun. The subject is a noun, and this is what it does. And I'm telling you down here that a subject can be a noun or pronoun, okay? You can maybe make the connection here between what a pronoun and a noun might both be, because the subject has to say the same, doesn't it? The subject still has to be a who or what, doesn't it? Right? So a noun is a person, place, or thing. So what do you think a pronoun is going to be?
Person.
A person?
Very specific.
Not a specific. A person, a
Place.
place, or a thing. The only difference is that a pronoun replaces a noun. The desk stands tall. That's a sentence, right? What's my subject? What's the subject? The desk, right? Because I'm telling you what? That it stands tall, right? Okay, the desk stands tall. If I were to say, it stands tall, what's my subject?
It.
And what is that known as? It's a word that replaces the word desk.
Pronoun.
Pronoun, now you're getting it.
Okay.
It's still the subject, isn't it? A noun and a pronoun, they're still the subject, aren't they?
Yes.
Right? It, she, he, they, them. Now you're starting to get it. Good. So let's look at, so for right now, the subject can be simple. Remember the subject, right? What's the subject? We're going to use our example, the desk. It's our subject, right? That's simple subject. One word, the noun. It stands tall. Is that a simple subject? It, the word it?
Yes.
Yes, right? Simple subject is only the noun or pronoun. It's the thing that's described as doing the action. It's the thing doing the action. It's the who, the what that does the action. Okay? Understand that so far? We're good there? Okay, good. Now, let's look at what a complete subject is. Complete subject. A complete subject, different things. Simple, complete, is the noun or pronoun. And then we'll define pronoun in just a minute, but we're going to stick with nouns for right now, okay? The complete subject is the noun or pronoun. Okay, noun or pronoun, plus the words that describe it. Okay, so let's do a couple of examples. We're going to put them right here. So if I do an example, you're okay. You're okay. Thank you. An example of a noun would be what? For today, we just did one. Yes, good. Here we go.
Yes.
And wait, no, that's not a noun. Hold on. That's okay, slow down. So the desk is our example for this one. And I know that to replace it, I need a pronoun. Okay, which needs a definition, right? Pronoun are a part of speech which replace, what do you think it is? Replace a
Noun.
noun. There we go. Replace a noun. Good. Okay. Part of speech replaces a noun. And there, the example of this, in this case for desk, would be it. Now, what if your noun was a person? A person stands tall. If the person was a male, what would my pronoun be? He. There we go. Sandra, thank you for raising your hand.
Right.
He. Good. If let's say it was a female.
She.
There we go. She.
How
Now,
about her?
or her. Good. Now, there are different versions of pronouns, and we're going to talk about that in a little while. We don't want to get into that right yet. We're sticking to subjects, okay? What if I were to say Mr. Hooper as my noun?
Yes,
What would you guys say?
It's Mr.
What would you say? No, you're thinking too much outside the box here.
He.
He, or, that's one, yes. Or, you guys are talking to me, though. You're saying Mr. Hooper, you're talking to me. So what would be another pronoun that would replace me?
Him.
I.
I, there we go. Or you, right?
Yeah.
So these are also pronouns. Now, are these the ones that we're going to use in our paragraphs? Probably not, because remember, they're more personal, aren't they? They're personal. And if I were to say something to you like, you need to listen, okay? Right? Or you like, let's say this, you like Doritos, okay? Silly, simple sentence. But the truth is, I can't make that determination. I can't decide that you like something, can I? So I don't want to write you in my papers or my essays or my paragraphs, because guess what? Then I'm talking to the reader, and the reader may not actually feel the way that you're saying they feel. So we have to make them just anyone. Does that make sense? He, she, it, they. Okay? Now, we'll talk about plurals in just a second. Does everybody have the notes? I'm going to give you a breather until everybody has the notes on the board for a second. Yes?
What would words like him, her fit into it as well?
So those are called personal pronouns. Possessives, which means you possess something, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. Right now I just want to stick with the basics, which is just structural elements of the sentence, and not get into the possessive just yet, but we'll get there, okay? So we have pronouns, it, he, she, I, you. Now I need, what about what I call plural? Plural, which means more than one or many, okay? What about plural? Sorry, I'm writing it sideways. Plural, more than one or many. Plural, the word plural. Yes, go ahead, Marie.
Them.
Them is a plural. Good, because I'm talking about more than one person. Now, what would be the noun that relates to the word them?
They.
They. No, that's still a pronoun.
How about those? No?
No.
No?
Them, they, those. That's actually, you're right. That's good, because those indicates what? The plural of what?
Them.
No, no. A person, place, or thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sandra. 1 second.
I thought that we would add an S for plurals.
Hold on. So an S for what? Plural nouns,
Or the.
places, or things?
Yes, plural.
You're
Plural.
correct. You're correct.
You know,
I'm talking about,
at the end of the word.
yes, I'm talking about plural pronouns.
Oh, I see.
See, so for
I
plural nouns, you're right. We just add an S, and we'll get there in just a second. So can I have one more pronoun? I just want to stick to pronouns for 1 second. So if I have them, they, those, what's the noun that this refers to? Go ahead.
And these, back to your previous question, these.
These, nice, well done. So let's go back to this. Here, I need a noun that might reference these multiple pronouns. What do we have?
There?
There, no, that's still pronoun. That's a possessive. How about people? With the word people, right? That would relate. People, are there more than one person in the word people? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so is that going to relate to this here?
Yes.
Yes, it is. They,
It's more
them.
than one.
Good, good. Nice. So I can see you guys starting to get this, and it makes a little more clear
Because if
sense.
it was one, it'd be person.
That's right. Nice job.
Okay.
Let's practice a little bit and see if we can put what we're learning into application. Now you've done this already, but I'd like to do it again, and I want to do it together, okay? That way we can have a clearer understanding of what we're trying to accomplish here, okay? Here we go. Oops, sorry. So this one, do you have both sides? Make sure you have both sides. You should. Here you go, sir. So we're going to do this again. We're going to do it together. Because I saw some convoluted answers on our last attempt. Some answers that weren't necessarily right on. Okay? So we're going to focus on trying to come up with the correct one. All right? Here you go, sir. Try it again. Here we are. Nice to see you. Hello. Here you go, Ginger. Thank you. All right. Mark. So don't do anything just yet. All you need to do is put your name on the top. That's all you got to do. Just put your name on the top right corner. We'll start with that. David, nice to see you. What's that? None for you, Michael.
I'll wear my dad's hat.
Okay.
You want the date on it too?
All I need is just your name. That's it. Okay. So this says to circle the nouns in each of the following sentences. Let's go back to our definition. A noun is a part of speech that is a person, place, or thing. right? So let's go through the sentence. Anybody want to take a stab at reading it for me?
Okay.
Ginger, thank you very much. So just read it slowly and let me know what it says.
As a young boy in New York City, Dean loved science and invention.
Good. What are the person, places, or things?
The person is the young boy.
Okay, now hold on a second. Let's slow
Oh,
down.
no, wait. Dean.
Hold on, slow down. So we're not going to just guess. We're going to pick them apart. We're going to go word by word.
Yeah.
Is as a person, place, or thing?
No.
Is the word a?
No.
Believe it or not, that's an actual word. A. Okay. What about young? Does the word young, in this case, indicate a person, place, or thing? No.
No.
What about boy?
Yes.
Yes, a
Yes.
boy is a person, place, or thing. So that would be circled because it's a noun.
Circle, okay.
Good. So let's circle that word. Okay? In. What about the word in?
No.
That's not a person, place, or thing. How about new? Bless you. New.
No.
Oh, this gets tricky, doesn't it? Hold on.
No.
Yes.
New. How about?
Yes, because it's a, you get it as the name of a city.
Okay, now.
New York.
Hang on. Now.
New York.
Hold on.
It's-
All I asked was, is the word a person, place, or thing? The word new.
It's a place.
The answer is no. The word new. Now, if I put York out in front of you, is that a person, place, or thing? It's a place, right? Okay, but in this case, it's part of a bigger statement, isn't it? It's part of more words, isn't it? It's more parts of speech. There's a connection here. There's something here we have to pay attention to. New York City,
Is a place.
right? Okay, is that a noun? It's a place. Person,
Yes.
place, or thing. It is a noun, correct. Now, what do we call that? That is a different term, though.
A pronoun?
Nope.
No.
Remember,
Place.
Common noun.
Okay.
nope. A proper noun.
Proper noun.
Proper noun.
Think about it. If I were to say the words,
Proper
a
noun.
city. A city would be a common noun, wouldn't it? City, common noun. So you're right, common is correct. But, Leo, the thing is, common refers to the basic term. It doesn't refer to something that has an official name. If I were to say he, I'm talking about a pronoun. If I were to say the guy, right, Leo, or the man, let's say the man, you're the man. Man, okay, that would be a noun. That would be the common noun. But your name, Leo, would be the proper noun. Good. So in this case, New York City is a proper noun.
Proper
Good.
noun.
So do we circle it?
Yes.
Yes, because it's a noun, don't we? We circle the whole thing, don't we?
Whole thing.
Circle the whole thing, because we're just looking for nouns. We didn't decide whether one was proper or one was common. All we're looking for is person, places, or things. So in this case, it's a place. What about dean?
Proper.
Dean. It's a name, it's a proper name, so it's a
Proper noun.
it's a noun. It's a proper noun. Good. Okay? What about the word loved?
No.
Can love be a noun?
No.
You sure?
It's an
It's
extra
not a
word.
thing?
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
But in this case, we're not using it as a thing, we're using it as a verb. So it's not a noun, is it? No. Okay? Science.
Noun.
Noun. Well done. Circle it. And invention. What about the word invention?
Noun.
Also
Yes.
a noun. It's a thing, is it not? Yes?
Mhm.
What were you going to ask, Brian?
I was gonna say wouldn't also be a subject because science and invention is a subject matter.
Now we're going to talk about subjects in a minute. We're going to come back, okay? Let's just get the nouns down. We're going to start with that, okay? Now, while. Number 2. I need somebody to read number 2. Why don't you, sir? Would you read number 2 for me?
Yeah.
Remind me of your name.
Uriel.
Uriel, thank you.
While just a teenager, he got the job making the ball drop in Times Square in New York. He or she.
Okay? So, while.
No.
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 Just.
No.
No. A. We know that's not, right? Teenager.
Yes.
Yes. There's our noun. He.
Yes.
No, pronoun.
No, that's a pronoun. Remember, we learned that. That's a replacement noun. Remember down here, definitions. Pronoun, part of speech, replaces a noun, but it's not a noun, and I'm asking you for the nouns. Okay?
Okay.
He is a replacement noun. Okay, so he, no. How about got?
No.
The.
No.
The? No? Okay. How about job?
Noun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a noun, job. So it is a person, place, or thing. What is it? It's a thing.
Thing.
It tells us what he got, right? So it answers that question. A noun answers the question of who or what. Okay? How about making? No. The?
No.
No. Ball?
Yes.
Yes. Noun.
It's a noun.
Drop?
No.
No. In?
No.
Times?
No.
Times is not. That's correct. Square?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, we got one of those more connected ones again, don't we? Times square, right? What do we call that again? What kind of noun is it?
Proper
Pronoun.
Proper noun. Proper noun. You got the right P going, Ginger. You're on the right track there. We
Well,
got
that's what I
proper.
meant.
You're all
I
right.
meant that.
Okay. Proper. For.
No.
No.
New.
No.
No. Years.
Yes.
Ah, this is complicated. Year is, but years? How about Eve?
Yes.
Eve is a noun. Is New Year's Eve a proper noun?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a particular thing. It's a name for a night, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we had our first kiss, that'd be weird for all of us, on a night. But if I said we had our first kiss on New Year's Eve, what am I doing? I'm taking the night, the word night, noun, and I'm replacing it with a proper noun, which is a specific night, New Year's Eve. You see the difference?
So wait a minute, I have to go back to square. Square is a noun.
Square is a noun, but Times Square is
So you
a
gotta-
proper noun, so we're going to circle that.
The both of them, right?
Right, there you
Well, are we
go.
circling New Year's Eve too?
Yes,
Proper
ma'am.
noun.
That's correct. Proper noun.
Your
Good.
Times Square is a
And
specific.
New Year's Eve, the whole
Specific
thing?
place. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3. Who'd like to read it for me? David, would you read it for me, please?
Okay.
Thank you. David, I feel like you're sitting way back in that far corner. Are you understanding what we're doing here? You talking
Yes.
what we're talking about?
I'm hearing you perfectly.
Good, thank you. I just feel like you're so far away.
Dean has invented many amazing machines.
Well read, thank you, sir. David, what's the first word?
Dean.
Dean.
Ginger. You're not David. That's all right.
I would say yes.
Is it a noun?
Yes, it's a
Noun.
noun.
Good.
It's a noun.
It's actually
Is it a, what kind of noun? It's a name, it's not just a man, it's Dean, so it's a, Sandra, what kind of noun is it?
For Dean,
Yes.
it could be a person's name or.
It is a person's name.
A superintendent of
No.
a school,
No.
a
But
job.
we call this part of speech a, what kind of noun? It's missing a word.
A person?
A proper noun. Proper noun. So we're gonna put that up here. Okay, we're gonna erase that here. And we're gonna write that let me get a different pen here so that it's not, hold on one second. A proper noun gives the specific name of a person, you want to write this down, person, place, or thing. You should have your notes out still, you shouldn't have put them away. So a proper noun gives the specific name of a person, place, or thing. Okay? Now, I'm really going to throw it at you now. How do you know it's a proper noun? Who knows how you know it's a proper noun?
capital.
There you go, capitalization. So, when I have words that have capitalization, okay, who knows what capitalization means? What does that mean? That means what?
The first letter of the word is capitalized.
There we go, the first letter of the word, the words I'm going to write here are capitalized. when they are proper. There we go. Proper. Okay? So let's go back to our work here. So Dean has invented many amazing machines. Dean is a noun. It's also a proper noun. Good. Has?
No.
No. Invented?
No.
No. Many?
No.
No, not in this case. If I were to say, Dean has invented many, then I might have to rethink that, but we're going to come back to it. Amazing?
No.
Machines?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Circle machines. Number 4. Can I get a new reader, please? In the back? Thank you.
Dean lived and worked in a huge six-sided house in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire. Yeah. New Hampshire. Good. How about the first word? Dean. Yes, we know that. It's a noun. It's also a proper noun. Okay, the way we learn is through repetition, by consistently doing it. So stay with me. Lived?
No.
No. And?
No.
No. Worked?
No.
No. In?
No.
A?
No.
Oh, this is getting easy, isn't it? Oh, look at you guys. You're regulars. You're stellar. Okay, huge.
Yes.
In a huge... No, that doesn't make sense. It's not a person, place, or thing, is it?
Describing.
Ah, it describes. 6?
Sided.
No. Now, the number 6 would be a noun, right? But in this case, no. It's just a descriptive term. It's describing, right? How many sides? So 6-sided house.
Yes.
House.
Yes.
Is house the noun? Yeah? Okay, all in agreement? Good. In?
Describing.
How about New Hampshire?
Yes.
Now, is the word new a noun if it were sitting there by itself?
No.
No. But in this case, because it has capital letters that start the words,
Proper.
and it describes a specific name of a place, it's a proper noun. Well done. Good job. You guys are on, you rock stars. Leo,
I
question?
have a question on the house. I mean, I totally get it. It's now, but you wouldn't tack on the six-sided house?
You would not tack on the 6-sided. We'll get there in a minute.
Okay.
Okay? 6-sided is descriptive term.
Okay.
It's a descriptive term, okay? Because we're just looking for nouns right now. That's all we're looking for, just nouns. Now, if Leo, and I don't want to confuse everybody, but if a 6-sided house were something proper, like that's the type of house, like for instance, a Victorian house might be capitalized. It might say Victorian with a capital V and a capital H. So those things would become proper nouns. Do you follow?
Yes.
Okay, because together it would be
Okay.
the whole thing. Good. All right. Hang tough. We're gonna take a break in just a minute. How about number 5 here? Let's do number 5. I need a reader. Brian, thank you so much for volunteering.
Hey, no problem there.
All right.
Mark, drink and tell me we're ready to go. Inside and out, the house has begun to look like a fabulous science museum.
Inside.
No.
Person, place, or thing.
Oh, yes?
It's a place, it's inside.
It is inside, isn't it?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, but is that describing where something is?
No.
Yes.
Yes, it is, right? So it's a descriptive word in this case, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so is that a noun? No, it's telling us where, isn't it? It's telling us where. It's not telling us what or who, right? It's telling us where. So we want to make sure that we pay attention to what question it answers. Okay, so that's, don't get tricked up there now. It's descriptive term. So inside and?
Out.
How about and?
No.
No. Out.
No.
No, not in this case. The
No.
house.
Yes.
Yes, good. Has
No.
No.
begun
No.
to
No.
look
No.
like
No.
a
No.
fabulous. I like that term, fabulous. Science.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, hold on a second now. Hang on. Oh, we're in a tricky place again, aren't we? Science, in
Oh, I
this
got it.
case,
It's 2 words.
does it answer what or where? I mean, I'm sorry, does it answer who or what?
Yes. What is science?
It does, doesn't it? Science does. However, look at it where it's in the sentence. Is it describing something else?
Yes.
It is. So in this case, what is our noun? Museum. Good. There you go. Okay.
So science would not be the noun?
In this
That's
case,
why.
it's not. We call it something else, and we're not there yet, but we're just gonna stick with nouns, okay? All right, don't worry about it, Brian. We're gonna keep
No,
going.
no,
You're gonna learn more today. I got lots of plans for you guys. It's unbelievable. Expanding your minds, Brian, you specifically.
I missed on time, I know that.
Okay.
I know I missed that one.
All right. The collection. I need somebody to read that sentence for me, please. In the back row. New reader, far corner. Tell me your name again, ma'am.
Laura?
Laura, thank you. It takes for the first time for me to pass papers back to get all the names 100%. Okay, I'm getting them though. Laura, go ahead.
The collection has expanded to include helicopters and a steam engine.
Good. The.
No.
No. Collection.
Yes.
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 Yes. How about has?
No.
No.
No. Expanded.
No.
Yes.
We had a yes. How come?
Because it's.
Is it a person?
expanding, it is a thing.
A thing? Is expanding a thing?
That's the
It's
action
It's a
word.
describing.
Let's let him finish his answer, guys. We gotta work on that whole like shouting out for other people thing. We're gonna work on it. It's okay. It's all right. I know we get excited about it, but we need to just practice so that each person gets their own answer. So help me out, sir. Tell me why. Why? Why would you say